Welcome back to the Hot Healed Girl podcast.
It's funny because I want to say happy Friday, but like this airs on Mondays, but we do record on Fridays a lot. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, not happy Friday. Happy Monday. Happy Monday, friends.
I love Mondays and Fridays, so they're both good days.
They're the best. I've recently been into Wednesdays. It's because all my favorite shows air on Wednesday.
What are your favorite shows?
I'm a trash TV gal. Survivor, numero uno. Love Survivor. And then The Challenge is also, I know, no one likes MTV The Challenge. We all watched it in 2000 except me. I kept watching it. Those are my two fave shows, and they always air something on Wednesdays. So Survivor, always and forever. Anyways.
I don't think I've ever watched Survivor. I've caught snippets of it.
It's so good.
That's it.
Only if you like reality TV.
I do to a certain point. It depends on the show. Sometimes it's just too much drama for me.
Oh, I get that. I stopped watching The Bachelor because it was too much for me.
I hadn't watched it in so long, and then I just watched this last season, and it was so awful. But I could, girls. Yeah, but I could not stop watching. It was
That's
so
the
bad.
I was super adamant against it for a while, and then all my college roommates watched it, so I ended up just hearing in the background or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then because of that, and then my roommates at home, when I moved out, watched it too, so then I just kept watching it. Mm-hmm. And then I stopped when they it was during the the quarantine era when they did 4 back-to-back without taking a break when they used to. And I just couldn't do anymore. I did Bachelor burnout, man.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hadn't watched it in a while, but I kind of got sucked into this season.
Also, Dan and I always fight when The Bachelor's on. Because it's really funny that he is not someone who is really aggressive in a lot of his opinions, but he is about The Bachelor. He's like, this isn't real. These people's, because he's convinced that they're all being manipulated, which they are, by production. And so he gets so mad about it all the time. And I'm like, but it's just for fun. And he's like, but it's not fun for me.
That sounds like Reed. If I watch it when he's around, he's just constantly trash talking it.
That's the thing. I totally and so I couldn't catch up on episodes when he was around. So it made it easier to not watch. I also got burnt out of it. It was a mixture of both, but I was like, we fight every time it's on.
If you want a good reality dating show, the new Joe Millionaire that they did, that one was so good.
Okay.
It was actually realistic. I felt the guys were both super down to earth. There was drama, but not Bachelor drama. And they actually did realistic dates. Not flying to Paris for a day or something like that. But it was really cute.
Okay, I'll look into it. I will. Yeah, because The Bachelor, they make it so unrealistic just because everyone, the producers obviously have to have their hand in the cookie jar, but it's too much sometimes. You can tell that they're manipulating everyone so aggressively.
Yeah. Anyway, we're not doing a Bachelor recap podcast.
Honestly, why not?
There's plenty of those. Yeah. What are we talking about today?
Non-toxic personal care products, why they're important, some of our favorites, yeah, all that good stuff. And so I feel like this is probably something that's more in your wheelhouse just because it does tie back to hormones, right? That's why we swap our personal care products.
This is something that I struggle with with every client. It seems if they're not already a little bit in holistically minded, I struggle getting them to switch their products. Because I get it is a lot, especially if you're looking at it overall. But I tell people, just use what you have. If you don't want to go out and buy everything brand new, just use what you have. Once you run out of something, throw that away and replace that product with something else. And the nice thing about non-toxic stuff, I feel is that as far as cleaning products go and things like that, there's one product that does so many things. At least for me, I use one cleaning product for like my
All our
floors and
surfaces,
my
yep.
counters and literally everything.
Yeah. Yeah. And I too, so like I have a bunch of resources for my clients because there's only so much that you can address on calls. And like the one, it's just like an overall wellness guide. And I don't think that anyone really even understands the value in swapping your personal care products because as far as talking about it, right, I think that the people need more support than they need me to talk about swapping their personal care products. But it moves the needle. It really does. And
Yeah.
like you said, it's one of those things where it's like in moderation, like you'll get to everything. Don't get overwhelmed by all of it. Use what you have. Or if you really are like, I need to make a change now, change the things that you use a lot every day, like your shampoo, maybe, or your
Yeah.
deodorant.
Deodorant's always
Deodorant's the
that's
first
the
thing.
biggest thing. Which I
It
feel
took
like
all those
most
lymph
people,
nodes.
most people know,
Yeah.
at least most of my clients that come to me, they're already at that point where they've tried to switch to a cleaner deodorant
Yeah.
or this and that, whatever. I know not all of them work. Some of them like really, really suck.
Yeah, and a lot of people are have sensitive armpits and like can't handle the amount of baking soda.
That's me.
So which one
I
do you
can't
use?
do. So I have a couple that I like, but
Okay.
the one that I use most often across the board is Lath's. It's a roll-on one.
Okay.
And I know not everybody's a fan of roll-on, but I actually like it because, yeah, it goes on a little bit wet, but like 45 seconds to a minute, it's dry. And you don't have that white stuff that
Yeah,
always
the
seems to
residue.
be a part of healthy deodorants. You always have that white residue, whatever. So that was my favorite. They did recently change a couple of their scents. They used to be just scented with essential oils, and now they are fragrance scented, which we hate. But there's a couple. They have a unscented one and a lavender one that doesn't have fragrance in it yet. So I've been using those. And then the other one that I like is Honestly Fresh.
Okay.
And they do have some with baking soda, some without baking soda, and then they also do roll-ons as well. But
Okay.
they don't do any fragrance or anything like that.
And so probably the most mainstream one that people are going to be able to find everywhere, and I guess this is where you figure out if you're more sensitive or not, is going to be Native, right? Native's like all over the place. It's also in Target.
That's what
I've
Reed
never
uses.
tried Native. Dan loves Native too.
Yeah.
I've never tried it. My mom didn't like it. She didn't even say her armpits were sensitive. She said she didn't think it really like masked her scent as much, right? So the difference between antiperspirant and not antiperspirant is that antiperspirant's supposed to stop you from sweating. And because we know sweating is one of the ways we eliminate toxins, we never want to prevent the sweat. The point of the deodorant is just to have a scent to cover up your smell.
Yeah, and the thing with your armpits too, like if you're blocking all the sweat from coming out of your armpits, all of those toxins are going into your lymph nodes right there.
Yep.
And
It's right there, your boob.
Yep.
There are a lot of lymph nodes in our boob. We talked about this already, but I'm saying like that's harmful, right? That's why it's harmful.
Yeah, I don't remember what episode it was that we were talking about it, but we were talking about literally.
It was a random one. I was like, wear less bras.
Yeah, we were talking about like how all the toxins get stuck around your bra strap. So if you're putting antiperspirant on every single day, your toxins aren't coming out every single day. They're all getting stuck right there.
Because antiperspirant has aluminum, and like as we know, aluminum is a heavy metal. So you're literally putting heavy metals right into your armpit, right into your lymph nodes.
Yeah. And again, if you're someone who struggles with hormone issues, especially thyroid issues, you're really, really going to want to look into cutting that out. Yeah.
And so like I said, Native's super mainstream. I've heard a lot of people are sensitive to it, can't handle it. I love Primally Pure's deodorant. I've been using it for probably 4 years now. They have a charcoal that has like pretty much, it has a tiny, tiny amount of baking soda still in it. Pretty much no, but it's a sensitive like scent. It has like I would say probably more of a manly scent, but like I like it. I use the charcoal one all the time. And they have a blue tansy that's very similar. The blue tansy and the charcoal are more sensitive. And then they have a bunch of other like scents that I used to use. I just stopped using them because I like the other ones more. Love Primally Pure. I have a discount code on my website if you want to consider getting theirs. My personal fave. I also like the Beauty Counter ones. What I notice about it, so right, like the Primally Pure ones, they do have a white residue. So like when I sweat at the gym, if I'm sweating aggressively, like I'll see the white start to drip down. I don't care if you care. That's obviously not something for you. Well, the charcoal one more than the others because the charcoal one's like charcoal.
Yeah.
Beauty Counter, I find some scents cover like maybe I'm just really smelly. Some scents like don't, they feel like they blend too much with me, and it doesn't feel like I smell any better.
Yeah, I've noticed that with some healthy deodorants. It's like whatever the essential oil, it's the way it like mixes with your body's pH or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
It just smells.
And I
It's
like
like not bad, but
exactly. You get what
it's
I'm
not
saying.
great.
Yeah, like and I think it was the lavender one's like fine, right? But the one that I used, I was like, it's kind of musky. It's kind of not like my sweat, but it doesn't smell like a deodorant that I want to.
Exactly. Yeah.
And a lot of people love the beauty counter deodorant. I am a beauty counter like consultant. It's just not my favorite. I still choose the Primally Pure, but I use the beauty counter from time to time. Primally Pure is my number one though.
Yeah, I've seen a bunch of people. I know a bunch of people that love the Primally Pure one. I've just personally never tried it
Yeah,
because the roll-on one works well for me.
exactly. Why?
And
Yeah.
I sweat a lot. Like just walking outside here, I start to sweat. It's just so hot. And so I did notice like the under parts of my shirts when I was using like the pasty ones,
Yeah.
that they would just get like nasty, kind of nasty and gross, like from the oils constantly getting onto my shirt.
Yeah.
So I just overall like the roll-on ones better.
I get that. That makes complete sense. I like don't notice the underarms getting as nasty. Like I said, I can see when it starts to drip down, it takes me like one, it's when it's the first sweat of the day. Like it goes away after the first or second like drip of my armpit once I wipe it away.
Yeah.
But yeah, I still, like you said, I think that I see the value in the roll-on one too. I don't have any issues with Primally Pure though. I've been using it for 4 years. Like that must mean something.
Yeah. I think for me, I noticed it a lot too because I used to work on the beach in the summertime and I was using the Honestly Fresh, like the stick deodorant, and I wore like the same work shirts every single day.
Oh my God.
And after
So
a
by the
while,
end, you
I
are
started to notice
blown away.
that, yeah, the armpits were getting like all gross. And I was like, ooh, that's kind of nasty.
So we immediately dove into armpits, but we should really go for, we should really start with why it's so important to swap over your personal care products. So like we said, deodorant in specific has aluminum in it. And there are some I saw a lot of the more mainstream brands are saying aluminum free in some of theirs, which is a step in the right direction. They still have like fragrance and stuff, which still aren't great for your body, but that's a step in the right direction. I would still choose a non-toxic one, but what about you?
Same. I mean, there's, like you said, aluminum is definitely a step in the right direction, but there's still usually parabens
There
and
you go.
fragrance and phthalates, and it's just so many things that if you're really serious about your health, if you're really serious about healing your hormones, you're just gonna want to stay away from all those in general. I know they look like they're non-toxic, but that is just a form of greenwashing.
Marketing.
Like they'll make the box or the bottle all super cute and trendy, and they'll put like a green leaf on it or something so it looks healthy. But you just have to really know how to read your ingredients. And if you need help with that, there's apps that will literally do that for you. There's an app called the EWG app, Think
Deep,
Dirty
love
app.
that.
You can literally just scan the barcode on the bottle and it will tell you, like, give you a score. I think it's between 1 to 5 or something like that. And 1 is like really, really good. That one would probably get a go ahead from both of us.
Or some of them are like verified. If it's like phenomenal, it'll just not even be a 1, it'll be a check.
Yeah, so that's a good way to scan that. Personally, for like me, anything over 2, I probably wouldn't use it. But, you know, you have to make that choice.
Yeah, and so I also think something to say about that app in general is because sometimes things do get rated slightly higher because they don't have enough research on the ingredient. So that's just something to be aware of, right?
Yeah,
Doesn't mean good
like,
or bad.
yeah,
Research.
they'll like flag certain ingredients. And so for me, like sometimes I don't even really know what they are. So
Exact
I'll look it up and like make that decision. Do I want something with this in it or do I not?
Yeah, because when I was like starting to become aware of that, I was like, oh my God, that's amazing that they say like not enough research, like not a formulated opinion, but like that brings it right back to you, puts it right back in your hand. Like you have to make the decision whether you want to or not. And so parabens, phthalates, we've probably heard about them, most people who are here. Why are they so harmful?
They are huge, huge endocrine disruptors.
There we go. Tell them. I mean, yeah. I'm peppering questions to you. It's fine.
Yeah, and
I'm
so
your host today.
if you don't know what an endocrine disruptor is, it's basically F's up your hormones. That's what it does. And the thing with these things is they're literally everywhere.
Yep.
Like you cannot escape them. So if you can put less on your body,
Yep.
then like overall your health is going to be better. Like I totally understand health is very overwhelming. Like there is stuff everywhere. And if you try to escape everything, you simply can't. So the biggest step for getting rid of those is really going to be your personal care products and your cleaning products and your laundry products. So if you want to clean up your house, like the place where you probably spend the most time, do that, because your hormones are absolutely going to thank you. So they get in there, they mess up your estrogen, they mess up your progesterone, they mess up your thyroid, just all the things.
And the reason it's so important, they say that every product you put on your skin gets absorbed in your bloodstream in 30 minutes. That's pretty quick, right? So yeah, we think about the food that we're putting into our body. We think about how that impacts our body, but you don't really often think about the things you're inhaling, the things you're putting on your skin, everything like that. So that's why they're equally as important, especially if, like you said, parabens, phthalates, they're going to disrupt your endocrine system, endocrine hormones. That's how we're bringing it back together, right? Like they're going to have a negative impact on your health, and there's nothing to be afraid of. I don't want you to step outside and be like, oh my God, unless you have like crazy amounts of air pollution, but like, be like scared. You're not supposed to be scared of your everyday life. It's like you said, it's what you can control so that you're decreasing that toxin load so that when you go out there into the world, it's not as big of a deal.
Yeah. And if you think about it, the average woman, if they're using conventional products, they're putting about 130 chemicals on their body before you even leave the house in the morning. So
Crazy.
Between your toothpaste and your makeup and your body wash and shampoo and deodorant and perfume, whatever, that is a lot of chemicals every single day.
Yeah.
Every single day, your hormone bucket is getting bombarded with that. And again, we've talked about the liver in so many episodes because, we both love it. And we've talked about how when you have a hormone problem, probably your liver is not filtering well. If you're giving your liver all those chemicals to filter every single day, it's obviously like no wonder it cannot filter the hormones, because it's constantly having to filter all those extra toxins.
Yeah. And if you're like, I don't have a hormone issue, why does this matter to me? Well, we all have livers that take on all of the toxins we put into our body on a daily basis. Why would you not reduce the toxin burden where you can, so that your liver can take on all the other things you're exposed to, so that you don't get to the point where you have a hormone issue or you have a liver issue or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to cause any fear, but just taking care of your body so that it can help take care of you.
And if you don't have a hormone issue, maybe like, do you have something else? Like, are you not pooping? Are you bloated all the time? Does your stomach always hurt? Yeah. Do you have skin rashes? Those are, again, all things that can be caused by a congested liver.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm like, just because you don't have a hormone issue doesn't mean your liver isn't congested. It also doesn't mean, like, even if it's not congested, what if, like, your toxin bucket, it's right here, and then this is where the overflow happens. So just try and reduce it when you have the chance.
And again, like we said, if it's something you're using every single day for years and years and years, there is going to become that point, most likely, where your bucket's just going to overflow, and it's going to show up in some way or form that you're probably not going to like.
We all get there, unfortunately. So I do tell people to start first with deodorant or things they use every day, or like you said, when you run out. The last thing that people usually get to is like the home products, which I understand, because sometimes I used to buy those in bulk, right? But they typically last you a while.
Yeah, they do.
Like, I bought a Branch Basic starter kit a while ago, and I'm finally running out. I think it was literally a year and a half ago.
And that's the thing with like I mentioned, with clean products, you can use one thing. Like that starter kit, I've never used it, but I know their cleaning solution.
It's like a
you
concentrate.
you can use it for
water.
everything.
I use it for everything. If anyone's looking for an alternative to bleach or something for getting stains out of your stuff, their Oxygen Boost, I swear by it. One of these days I need to take pictures of like before and after, like my sneakers before I whiten them. Also just everything. I have grease stains on everything. I'm a messy eater. Judge me. It's not just like, Clorox. Like you just put it on any color and then apply the concentrate and then toss it in the wash. It has gotten out every single stain. So
that's the one thing that I keep being like, I need to buy that because I have a pair of sneakers that I want to whiten.
It doesn't just whiten, it also just gets out stains. I honestly I'm out of it right now. I'm so sad because I use it on everything. Like I said, I'm messy, I get stains, but now I don't have to get rid of my clothes. Not like I did that, but like I would just be like, I'm gonna wear something with a big grease stain in the middle, and that's not cute. And so what are your favorite brands that you like to use? I guess we'll just like go down the line with deodorant first and then get into like shampoo, conditioner, body wash, makeup.
I've tried so many things. Let me tell you guys.
So tell us the bad ones.
Yeah, so when I'm telling you I like something, I truly like it because I have tried all of the things. And like my mom let me start getting into makeup when I was probably like 13 or 14, but she got me like a mineral makeup kit.
My mom did too.
Bless her. It was like the clean makeup, so it was just like the zinc oxide and the whatever. So I was thankfully like never exposed to unhealthy cosmetics. Thanks to my mom.
Went to the drugstore.
I never did that, thankfully. But yeah, so I have been experimenting for, let me see, like almost 14 years. I am old. So old. Anyway, I've tried so many things. So what do you want me to start with? Makeup, shampoo?
I guess we'll start with shampoo and conditioner because that's probably one of the first things people are going to swap out.
Okay. So what I'm using right now is actually plain products. For a long time, I used a brand called Aubrey, which I don't even think is around anymore. But I really like them. But it's like my hair changes. And I think everybody's hair does this. Yeah, it just gets used to a shampoo. And
they say to rotate them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I also have a bottle of the Monat shampoo that I kind of throw in there every once in a while. But overall, I use plain products. So what I also like about them is they're like a refill company, basically. So the bottles are refillable and you send them back. And they like reuse and recycle them. And they just send you back another bottle and you have like a pump and you just replace it. But I use theirs. They last forever, and I have really, really thick hair. It uses a lot of shampoo. So they have like a rosemary vanilla one that I really like, and then they also have a couple other scents. I don't remember, but that's the one that I've been using for a long time. I just recently tried a shampoo bar. It was the Kitsch, I think Kitsch brand shampoo bar. It does have fragrance in it. Supposedly it's supposed to be clean fragrance. It doesn't, like, the smell doesn't bother me like a lot of fragrances do. Yeah. So I throw that in like every 2 weeks or something like that, and I actually have been really liking it. So it has like castor oil in it and rice proteins, and it works really well, but I've only been using that about a month. But overall, plain products for me. They do have a body wash as well. I have not used it. For body wash, I love Olivia. I think that's how you say it. It's like the prebiotic body washes. So It's not actually soap, but it's like, I think it's made from aloe vera, coconut oil or something like that. But it's really, really nice because my skin just doesn't like soap on it for whatever reason. It just gets like dry and it just doesn't like it, but it loves the Olivia.
I I'm going to sound cliche because I love Beauty Counter shampoo and conditioner and body wash. The funny part about it is I tried other things for a while because I was like, when I first started becoming a Beauty Counter consultant, it was just to get cheap makeup. It was just because I wanted discounted makeup. So I was like, yeah, whatever. But I eventually tried their shampoo and conditioner, and also my friends swear by it because they all used it when we were on vacation. They're like, it's so good. My favorite. I used to use the Giovanni one. Um, it's slightly cheaper. It's found at Whole Foods, right? It's
Yeah,
like
I've
a
used that one too.
2 on Skin Deep, so it's not bad, but not great. I liked Giovanni enough. I'll still get it to travel if like I need the mini like travel bottles from Whole Foods. It's good. I like it. Like I said, it's not as clean as some of the other ones, but Beauty Counter is my number one. I use their shampoo and conditioner and their body wash. Fun fact about the body wash, I used to do Dr. Bronner's all the time. Very cheap, found everywhere. I still have Dr. Bronner's for a lot of other stuff. But when I got like a full eczema rash, and I would like obviously had to wash my skin every day to make sure it didn't get infected, it burned when I put any soap or any lotion on it other than the Beauty Counter one. I could not tell. Well, I know why the lotion, because they formulated a lotion for people with like a skin condition, and that was the one I was using. Couldn't tell you why the body wash was the only thing that didn't impact me, because I just like assumed because I had an open wound, like it was always gonna burn. And then I ended up living with my boyfriend for a while, and I made him switch over to the Beauty Counter men's body wash, and I started using it. I was like, my skin isn't burning. This is phenomenal. So if you're someone with like a rash or eczema, I highly recommend seeing if there's one that won't, if you have a burning issue. If you don't, that's fine. For me, everything I put on my skin burned or itched.
Interesting.
I know. I'm like, and that was when I was going through mold, right? I don't have a skin issue now. That was why I switched over, which is the hilarious part, because I was like, yeah, I don't need to switch to Beauty Counter body wash. And then I made him do it because he was using gross Dove. Sorry, Dove. No, not into it.
Not sorry.
No. Like,
Not even a little bit.
yeah, because they have like a charcoal men's that like smells good. So that's why I swapped over. And then I guess we can get into, I want to go to toothpaste. Toothpaste is so fun. I do.
Go
Because
for
that's
it.
another thing you do every day. I know you do one of the mineral brands, right? Do you do Boca or Risewell or something like that? Which one?
I used Boca for a little while. I do love them. But I actually last year tried the Bite ones. So they're the little, again, I'm like that super crunchy person that likes to be sustainable, like really sustainable when I can.
Hey, might as well.
So again, they come in like a little jar, and you keep the jar, and they send you refill packets. It's just like a little paper packet. So there's no plastic or anything like that, which I love. But they have the hydroxyapatite in them. So what they are is like they're little tablets, basically. It's like a little mint, and you just crunch it and it turns foamy. So it does take like a minute to get used to like biting it and not wanting to swallow it.
Well, yeah.
Because you're like, oh, it's a mint, I'm going to swallow it. No, you just chew it and it gets foamy, and then you start brushing. I really, really like it. And I actually have noticed a difference with my teeth as well. So the thing with the hydroxyapatite is it actually remineralizes your teeth. It does what people say fluoride is supposed to do without the damaging effects of the fluoride.
Yeah, and that's what I was asking about, because I know Boca remineralizes and so does Risewell. And I couldn't even, I think the only reason I haven't actually tried those is because I have my Thrive Market auto ship, and I just keep forgetting to get new toothpaste that's not auto shipped to me.
Yeah.
Because we use Dr. Bronner's toothpaste and love it. And I used to use the Lumino one, which is like one of those highly marketed by influencers now. So I'm like,
I've used their whitening strips.
Their whitening strips I've used too, and their mouthwash. The funny part, they sent me a box like literally 4 years ago, I guess before they were huge and with people with hundreds of thousands of followers. Again, it's like a 2 or something, but I find that it gives more of that like toothpaste feeling. So when people struggle to go from like regular toothpaste to like non-toxic ones, because a lot of the non-toxic ones don't have foaming agents, right?
Yeah.
And that's why people struggle, because they're like, it doesn't feel like it's cleaning my mouth because you don't feel the foam. Lumino like foams everything. It's like relatively normal, just with slightly better ingredients.
Yeah. And that's one thing I wasn't expecting with the Bite tablets, because like you said, I've used healthy toothpaste where it's just like a little bit of saliva and something else, and it doesn't really feel like anything. But again, like I'm so used to it because I grew up with healthy toothpaste. Like my parents had the brand, I don't know if you remember, I think it still exists, Coral White toothpaste. So it was like the coral to remineralize your teeth and stuff. And so, yeah.
I used Tom's my whole life. I was like, Tom's was the crunchy one.
For a while, Tom's was pretty good.
It was. And then, but like,
yeah,
got bought out. All of them do.
Everything does. Yeah. And then, yeah, so if you want a hydroxyapatite one, but you want it to feel like real toothpaste, then I would probably go with Boca or Risewell. But if you want to jump right into being like super sustainable, I love Bite. And it does foam up really, really well. So it feels like an actual toothpaste.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's a really good note. Because like I said, I used to do the not Dr. Bronner's. Redmond's has a toothpaste too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I use that one also.
The feel in my mouth, I don't love.
Mm-hmm.
It's like kind of gritty, and it doesn't foam. That's not what I care about. It's the kind of grittiness that like I don't love.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom always has it. So when I go to their house, if I don't bring my toothpaste, like I'm just forced. Have you tried the Organo one?
I haven't. Have you?
I loved it.
Did you?
I loved it. It tasted great. It looked like a salty mark. That was the color of it. I never bought it again, but I loved it.
What do we think the new product is going to be? Just like getting off track here.
That's fine. Well, they said it's got like 3 different types of mushrooms in it. Like it's not.
It's some kind of, it's a beverage because product. I saw Emily drinking it.
Mm-hmm. I am curious if they're going to like do one with milk and stuff.
I hope not.
I hope not, because I don't drink any of those. So like it would be nice.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like she would drink it.
But maybe then again, I don't know. It.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But I don't know. Anyway.
Okay. So body wash, shampoo, conditioner. Do you have any like lotions you use?
Lotion, again, I love the Olivia one because it's like a prebiotic, and their stuff just smells so good. So like if you're someone, because I know like switching over to the healthy stuff, it doesn't have the conventional fragrances. It doesn't have that strong scent, like a lot of people are used to. Like if you're a Bath and Body Works lotion person and you switch to healthy, I know that's what I do whenever I walk past a store. It's like you go to the mall and the doors are open for it, and it's like, how do people do this? And like now with all the holiday candles everywhere, I'm like, I can't.
Oh,
Anyway, yeah, so if you're a Bath and Body Works lotion person, first of all, just throw that shit out. Second of all, if you want a healthier lotion that's actually really good for your skin, again, it has prebiotics and stuff in it, but it smells absolutely delicious, I would hands down go for Olivia. Like all of their scents are amazing. I love the orchid one. They also have like a grapefruit and honeysuckle, I think that's really, really nice. But again, like the orchid one is just pure pressed orchid oil. I do not know how it smells so good, but it does. And it's like, it's not a strong smell, but it's not like that really super, super light smell either that you're used to, but it does fade pretty quickly.
Yeah, I know I already said I like the Beauty Counter one. They do have one that smells like citrus mimosa, and when I tell you it's phenomenal, it smells so good. I think they just discontinued it, the one that was formulated for people with, it's not eczema. It was a different skin condition, and I can't remember what it is, but they specifically formulated it for people with that, and that's why I guess when I had my skin issue, I went through literally a bottle a week because it was the only thing that was rehydrating my skin and not making it itch and taking away the itch.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I didn't think anything was going to. But, okay, now I say we get into skincare and makeup because I feel like that's what everyone wants to know about. Skincare.
That's the fun part.
It is.
That is the fun part.
What's your skincare routine like?
Very, very simple.
Yeah.
I want to be that skincare person, like that skincare girl that just like looks like a glazed donut every night, but I just am not.
I look like a glazed donut at night, not during the day. Won't do it during the day.
My skincare routine is so simple. And honestly, I don't have anything that I'm really like stuck on, except for recently. I feel like I have gotten a handle on it, and my skin also looks really, really good. So maybe now I do have a skincare routine that I'm stuck on. But
tell me about it.
In the past year, I've been like trying to level up my skincare game because I'm getting old, guys. Trying to prevent those wrinkles.
You're still in your 20s, but yeah, I get it. There's no harm in being preventative.
Yeah. So I tried not last year for my birthday, the year before. Maybe last year. I don't know. I got one of the Clear Stem bundles. And so I tried Clear Stem. Honestly, I was a little bit underwhelmed with Clear Stem. Like, I know everybody loves it. So it was the under eye serum.
Yeah.
It was their one that they call like the Botox in the bottle. And then it was like the Clarity serum, I think. I felt like my skin broke out more.
My skin broke out from their stuff.
Yeah. And so I think it was from the Clarity serum. I don't think it was the other stuff because I stopped using the Clarity serum for a little while just to see, and it cleared up. So
it smelled phenomenal, I have to say.
It does smell really good. Reed liked the Clarity serum. Like, he had like a breakout on his forehead, and I was like, oh, I'll try it and put it on. And he comes to me the next day and he's like, can you put some more of that stuff on because it really worked. So
that's great.
I just put it on him. But yeah, I was a little underwhelmed, to be quite honest with you. I did like the Botox in a bottle one, but for the price point, I don't think I would buy it again.
What color was it?
The maroon one.
Okay, the pinkish?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that one. So they actually, I don't know if they reached out to me and were like, do you want to try some of our products? And I was like, yeah, hell yeah. Everyone says such good things about Clear Stem. I was excited. I got that one, and they're like regular moisturizer. It's not the under eye. And I don't know if like I'm allergic to something in it. Like, my skin didn't hive, but it was visibly red for like 15 minutes after. And I was like, whatever, like, I'll be fine. And I wasn't sure if it like had done something that day, if it was just a reaction to the sun, because it was over the summer. So I was like, maybe I got too much sun and like this was too much. I reacted like 3 times to it, so then I stopped using it. So I don't know.
Yeah,
what's in their products. I like never continued to look into it. They smell phenomenal. But
and it's funny because their like whole thing is like people with acne and like no pore clogging ingredients, and they are really, really good ingredients.
Oh no, they are phenomenal ingredients.
They're great. So I mean, if you want to try it and it works for you, it is a great brand.
It works for a lot of people, and a lot of people swear by it. I don't know what's the deal with my skin, and I never thought I had sensitive skin, so that's why I was like kind of surprised, right? Like, I've never really broken out to other skincare.
Yeah, so me either.
It didn't give me like acne. It just gave me like slightly a rash. I would have thought I had an allergic reaction, which I probably did. I didn't even wash it off, which probably would have been the responsible thing.
For me, it was the acne. And I'm pretty sure it was from the Clarity serum. I don't know. Maybe it was just pulling stuff out. I don't know. My skin was detoxing. It could have been because, and like the Botox, it's not Botox, but I don't remember what it's called. I did really like that one. Like, that one did feel really good, but using it, like, I used it for 3 months and I didn't really visibly notice a big difference. So I'm like, for the price point, I don't think I would do that again. So now my skincare routine is very cheap, which we love. It is very easy. So I am super into oil cleansing, and I feel like
the bounce back serum. I found it. Sorry,
yes,
I needed to know
that one, bounce back serum. So yeah, I mean, I like that one if you want to spend a little bit extra money. But you were also talking about a Botox in the bottle from Beauty Counter too. So it's that one's probably a little cheaper, I'm guessing.
It totally might be. I mean, Beauty Counter still, like, all of their stuff, any of these non-toxic ones, they're higher ticket items. It's just gonna cost more money. It might be a little bit cheaper. It might honestly be comparable though. It has not retinol, obviously, but Q-col, or like, I don't even know how to say it, which is like the healthy alternative to retinol, right? Because retinol is vitamin A, but you can't take it they don't want you to be on it while you're pregnant. And a couple of other things. And that also always makes me think, like, why can we not be on it while we're pregnant, right? If we can't be on it while we're pregnant, should we really put it on our skin all the time? That's just true. That's just what any of those things makes me think. So that's why a lot of Beauty Counter, and I think some of Clear Stem, have like the Q-col. I am definitely saying it wrong, but if you've seen it on, if you've seen
I know
word,
what you're talking
about. Yeah, it's like the natural form of retinol. The retinol's still natural.
Yeah.
So oil cleansing, you were saying?
Oil cleansing. I'm super into oil cleansing, so I just get the jojoba oil from Welevate. It's like a 6-ounce bottle or something that lasts me forever. Yeah, and so oil cleansing basically is like using oil on oil to pull. It's like the oil's on your skin, and then you put oil on it to pull all of the dirt out of your pores. My skin has been phenomenal since I started oil cleansing, and it's so easy. It feels like a mini spa treatment. And so basically what you do is you just massage the oil into your face.
Love it.
When it's already relatively clean, like take your makeup off first.
Yeah.
And then rub the oil into your face for like a minute, like really get it in there. And then you just take a washcloth with hot water and just hold it up to your face and just kind of let it steam your face.
That sounds great.
For 30 seconds. It feels so good. And then it like opens up your pores, and then that oil pulls the dirt out of your pores. And then you just take that washcloth and just kind of like wipe all the oil off your face. It is so simple. So I usually do that at night, sometimes in the morning, and then if I don't do it in the morning, I'll do like the rose water toner, and I'll just like wipe my face off with that. And that's really all I do in the morning. And then the latest thing that I'm loving is Tallow Moisturizer. So it's literally whipped.
We love the fats.
It's whipped beef tallow with a little bit of essential oils in it. I found this company called Smear, and it's just like this little one-woman company, and I absolutely freaking love it. And it is not expensive. You know, all these moisturizers are like $60. This is like I don't even know. I think it's like a 4-ounce, not 4 ounce. It's an 8-ounce bottle, and it was like $17. And I bought it 2 months ago, and I'm barely a quarter of the way through.
Well,
so
that's great.
And my skin has been loving it. And you would think it would be greasy, but it actually soaks into your skin really, really well. So I put it on at night, and within like 30 minutes or so, it's soaked into my skin.
This makes me want to do like a 10-step skincare routine tonight. I'm like, do I just go all out? It's fall. If you didn't know, it's fall.
If you live in Texas, you might not know.
Yeah. I can't imagine if I was actually further up the Northeast. It was 55 degrees this morning. I loved every second of it.
Jelly.
So, is that where your skincare routine ends?
Pretty much. Like the basics that I do on the daily.
Yeah.
That's pretty much about it. I will throw a mask in there sometimes.
We love a mask. I'm going to do that tonight. I've decided. Today's going to be full self-care.
Go for it. It's a good day for that.
I know.
As far as masks go, like there's not any one that I really love. I feel like I get like samples and stuff of masks, like clay masks, and I just end up using those. I did get one, like I got a cute little care package from my school when I graduated, and it had like a mask in it. I cannot remember the brand, but I actually did really love that one. It had like pink clay and rose petals in it, and it just made my skin feel really clean and like calm. And I think it also had chamomile. I want to say it had London in the name. It wasn't a mainstream brand, but I really, really liked it. And I have used the Beauty Counter charcoal mask before, and I really like that one too.
I like that one a lot. Yeah, I think my favorite part about it is it comes in a bottle, so if you want to spot treat, you can spot treat with that, right? Makes it a little bit easier because it's like you squeeze it out, and just I know a lot of people, if they feel like their pores are big, they'll do like the nice like tea spot treatment.
Yeah, and it feels really good on your face too, like very
it does
cooling.
Yeah. So I guess we'll go back to my skincare routine. I also don't have a very complicated. It's like 3 steps in the AM, 3 steps in the PM, just because I don't have time for that. Half the time I forget.
Same.
So like I'll take off my makeup. I like, honestly, Beauty Counter makeup remover. Or what do you use to remove your makeup?
Just jojoba oil usually.
Okay. Yeah. That makes complete sense. I was gonna say any oils, right? I've used coconut oil when I have nothing. I'll just like, except coconut oil takes forever, and then you look like a raccoon before you can get it off.
Yeah, I use castor oil a lot on my eye makeup just because it gets into your eyelashes, and then it helps your eyelashes grow too.
I love that.
So I do use that. And then I do have a bottle that I use sometimes. I save it more for traveling because it's a little smaller. But it's literally called We Love Eyes. But it's like an eye makeup remover. It works really, really well. And you just like pump out a couple pumps and it foams. And then
that's
I
great.
really like that.
I used the Buchanan makeup wipes too because makeup wipes are just convenient. Like, let's be honest about it. I used to use the Kirkland ones, Costco, and they used to burn the shit out of my eyeballs, and I didn't care. I was like, well, let's get my makeup off. Whatever. We all make mistakes. Definitely not some of my brightest moments. Is that or the Beauty Counter? Like, they have a cleansing balm. I love it. It's like thick, so you have to like dig your finger in, right, and it cleanses your face, but also while like taking your makeup off. Or I'll cleanse. I'll just go in the shower and do my I like the Counter Match cleanser. If you need any help with anything, ask me. I just use the gentle cleanser because it feels like nothing and it's nice. And then I do Botox in a bottle for the day or at night. I like the Botox in a bottle and like they're thicker. They like equate it to like the La Mer cream, which is like a mainstream $150 cream. I love Botox in a bottle, counterpeptide something, and then the Supreme cream after it because it makes me look like a glazed donut. The reason I stand by the Supreme cream is because I always say this. My mom, we were at the beach. This was like a year ago, and she was out in the sun too much and just like didn't care. And her chest got like relatively wrinkled. I mean, she's 60, so that will happen. Her chest got like pretty wrinkled, and she was like, "Let me see if I put this lotion on my chest if it'll help." Literally, I have never seen anything happen so fast, and I wish we got pictures of it because it firmed it up. Like 10 minutes later, she was like, "Look, it's normal again." Should have just done a
time lapse video.
I know
of it.
we didn't even think about it because we didn't think it was going to be that big a deal.
Yeah, honestly. Right.
But it really like firmed up her chest, and so ever since then, I don't think she'll ever let herself run out of it. And me too. So that's why I use it at night because it's like glazed donut level. That's all I do. I just do a cleanser, a serum, and then a lotion. And that's the same thing for the daytime. I do the cleanser and then I do a vitamin C serum. I used to have I'm not someone who had like crazy bad acne, but I just, maybe my skin was more prone to getting dark marks and like scarring. I had like some scarring on my face. I don't anymore. And that's why I wanted to try the vitamin C serum because it brightens and like helps like the even tone of your face. Swear by that too. And then just like a lighter daytime lotion. That's my daytime, my nighttime. I get that some people have 25 steps sometimes at night. Recently, I've been doing a lot of gua sha, and so I'll just do like a toner. I do literally rose toner, and then like an oil. I like Primarily Pure oil. I like the Beauty Counter. It's also the vitamin C oil. It smells like oranges. And then I like to gua sha my face at night because it feels like I'm treating myself to something special.
Yeah, I was going to say sometimes like when I'm oil cleansing, like in between the steaming part, like I'll put the oil on and then I'll gua sha for a little bit and then I'll do the steam part.
And so I love to steam when I'm sick. Like not the same way you do it. I'll literally like put boiling hot water in a bowl and a towel over my head. With usually either a drop of peppermint oil in it, or I do Franklin and Whitman. They're like a local Philly owned company. That's probably why I know about them. Their masks are great too, but they like have steams. So it's just like dried up herbs and stuff. And I'll pour them in. Oh my God. I forgot that it's supposed to be a spa treatment because it feels so good on your sinuses if you're like feeling congested. Just like one drop of peppermint oil. Ooh, open those bad boys up.
Yeah, I do love that.
I love a steam. And I guess that's makeup. Makeup. What are we gonna? I guess that's it. I guess makeup's really important, and because I get it, a lot of the non-toxic stuff doesn't work as well. I get it. I used CoverGirl mascara, like nothing quite like that orange tube.
I don't think I've ever used. I may have used that like a couple times for like dance recital or something. So that's about it.
And that's like the reason. So again, this is not a pitch for Beauty Counter. The reason I use it is because I wanted discounted makeup. That's why I started being a consultant, because it's stuff that works like normal makeup. And like there will be people out there that will say Beauty Counter is not that good, not that non-toxic, not as pure as you can get. Of course it's not. Tallow is going to be much better for you than my serum with like 52 things in it. I'm not denying that. I'm saying if you want to go from like a very traditional lifestyle
Yeah.
to things that are better for you, like it's definitely one of the best options.
Mm-hmm.
And like that's why I'm like, ooh, maybe I should start doing tallow and castor oil and like those things because yes, those are always going to be better for you. That's fine. Like use the things that come from the earth.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, honestly, like for me, it's also just like price points
It's
because
cheaper. Yeah, it's
I
cheaper
don't
and
have,
easier.
but you are making me want to get some of those beauty counter products. So I might go shopping.
I was gonna say there's 30% off until the end of the month for new clients, so you should
I know I've been watching
take
your
advantage of that.
stories, so I might have to
They
go.
also have minis if you want to like try something and you're not sure if you want it.
Mm-hmm.
I always tell everyone minis or holiday sets. Obviously, don't wait till the holidays, but like that's how I first hopped in because I like didn't want to spend all the money for big things if I didn't know if I was gonna like it. So the holiday sets will have like small. It was a small mascara, the small eyeliner, and then a small like eyeshadow. And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, it's perfect. It was only $40, but I get those three things.
Yeah.
That's what I tell everyone. I'm like, yeah, get the holiday sets.
Yeah. I might have to
But
do that.
But so for makeup, their mascara, I will swear by, my friends swear by, my mom swears by, like everyone, all my clients, because it feels about as close to a real mascara as I've gotten, like in terms of like lengthening your lashes. And
Mm-hmm.
then just like the makeup. I love their makeup. Big fan of it. A lot of people love Well People. A lot of people love Honest. A lot of people love Dime. I've never tried any of those other three, but I've heard that their stuff is like I think they have like smaller lines too, right? Beauty Counter is a much bigger company, so like maybe
Mm-hmm.
you're not going to get all your stuff there.
Honest
What do
is a
you
pretty
use?
big company. I will say Honest and Well People, they're both sold at Target. So,
Are they?
yeah.
I wanted to try the Well
Some
People
some of the Targets,
eyeliner.
not every single Target,
Okay.
but some of them do have it. Well People is an Austin-based company, so I
Ooh.
don't know
Oh, so
if
probably not me. Yeah.
it's probably more so like Targets in
hmm
Texas, but I do know other people outside of Texas have found it at Targets.
I so I used to love the Beauty Counter liquid eyeliner, and I'm like almost at my last bottle. They stopped selling it, and I'm so upset about it. And my mom tried she ran out earlier, so we were like going back and forth, like what are we gonna use next?
Hmm.
She said the Well People liquid eyeliner is phenomenal too, so I'm
I do like that one. I will
getting
say Well
ready.
People is one of my favorite mascaras. Like I
That's what
consistently go
everyone
back
says.
to
Yep.
them. Yeah. And I like it. Like if I run out, I can go to Target and just pick one up. I do like
Going to Target today.
there's a brand called Erin's Faces.
Okay.
I don't know if you've heard of that one, but she does like a matcha mascara.
Ooh.
And I really like that one. There's been like a couple batches where I feel like it dries up a little bit more quickly
Okay.
than the other ones, just like in the tube itself. Once it's on, it's really, really nice. Like it's not flaky or dry or anything. But I do feel like the tube maybe dries up a little more quickly than I would like. But other than that, I do really like it. But yeah, overall, I always go back to Well People.
Well People. Got it. So you heard it here from both of us. Beauty Counter and Well People are both of our favorites.
Mm-hmm.
Before Beauty Counter reformulated their mascara, I was considering trying Well People or Honest because everyone was saying such good things about both of them, and they reformulated it. Now I'm like, I don't need to. I don't need to spend more money. It doesn't make
Yeah,
sense.
I've tried the Honest mascara. I actually got it like for the primer because it has a primer on one end and a mascara on the other, and I got it for my wedding for the primer part. It's all right. Like I like it. It's not my favorite. Again, I would choose the Well People.
Good to know.
If you're going to Target, they're like side by side at Target. I would pick Well People any day,
Got it.
and they're relatively the same price, I think.
Probably, yeah. And I literally the liquid eyeliner. I was so upset when they ran out because the Beauty Counter one was so good. Again, one of those things people swore by. I don't know why. I will never know why. They never explained it to us, and I was like, "What do I do when I run out?" I have not been wearing eyeliner just to save it for special occasions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really like I've used the Well People one. I really like it.
And I definitely will. My mom said the same thing. She said she actually likes the Beauty Counter brush better. So she's like, I just kept my tube and I just dipped the brush in the Well People. I was like, okay, easy.
That's a good idea.
That's 10 out of 10 will do. Thanks, mom.
Yeah. Yeah.
So perfume. Do you use perfume?
Not really.
I don't.
I have a bottle. I think it's the Pacifica brand that I've had for literally forever.
I used to use their concealer.
I don't think I've ever used their concealer. I did get a sample I think it was called like Vintner's Daughter or something like that. And I loved that one. It is like an $85 perfume. And so I didn't buy the full thing. But I also will say it probably would last you forever and a day. So, I mean, their scents they're just like very like exotic and like either flowery or herbally or earthy, and it just smells really, really good to me.
I feel like I want to get back into trying perfume. When I went non-toxic, I just cut it out because I used to use Fantasy by Britney Spears. My sister still does, so I'm putting her on blast. We like used to get it at TJ Maxx for like $30, and that was on sale. It was a freaking deal. So I obviously stopped buying it because I knew that was not good for me. Mm-hmm. And then I just never found anything. I knew Pacifica had one. I feel like at my Whole Foods, like they didn't ever have the samplers, so I didn't want to buy something that I didn't know what it smelled like. Mm-hmm. But your Whole Foods might have the samplers. And
we don't have Whole Foods.
Sorry. You live near
Don't make me sad.
Not near their flagship, but I'm like, you're in the same state as their flagship. They should have a Whole Foods in every like 12 miles in Texas.
You would think. No, I have to drive 4 hours if I want to go to Whole Foods.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So yeah, you stick to your Target stuff.
We have Sprouts, so like Sprouts has
Sprouts
it.
Sprouts is great. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so I also know people like Dimes perfume. I sometimes will just do a dash of essential, like I have rollers of essential oils, and I'll just put them on my wrist.
Yeah, my friends do Young Living, so they've made me like the roller perfumes and stuff. So I do like those.
I bought a roller bottle from a store over here, like 29 cents, and then I used my fractionated coconut oil that I already have, and I just like mixed things myself. It was fine. It was phenomenal. 10 out of 10 recommend to anyone.
Yep.
I mean, I also have like 45 essential oils. I have an apothecary up in this place.
Yeah.
What else is there? Is there anything you want to suggest to people?
I'm just going to say, like foundation wise, because I know everybody always asks me about foundation. Like, what do you use for your face makeup? Because I don't think we really touched on that at all.
No, yeah, I said makeup because I use Beauty Counter's foundation, but keep going, yes.
Yeah. So like I said, I have tried all of the things. I'm pretty sure like at some point when I was a teenager, my face looked like super caked from just like random makeup that I was trying. It looked great. But anyway, my favorites right now are Say Beauty and Alima Pier. Like hands down, if you're looking for either like a BB cream type makeup,
lighter,
which I love. Like I personally just pretty much wear that every day just for SPF because it has 30 SPF in it, and it's really, really light. It just kind of evens out your skin tone a little bit. It's not like foundation at all, but it's really light and moisturizing. Say has a phenomenal one, and again, it is not super pricey. I absolutely love their stuff. So for my wedding, if you've seen my wedding pictures, I did my own makeup for the wedding, and I used I actually loved it. Like I don't wear makeup very often, but I love makeup.
Oh no, that sounds good for you. I think I would poop myself. I want fake lashes on, you know.
I did put fake lashes on.
Nope. I don't think I have I could glue them myself. No way. Sorry.
It was funny because I got like one side on perfectly, and then I couldn't really like get the other side on for some reason to match. So I had to have one of my bridesmaids like help me do it a little bit.
Sounds complicated to me. The lashes.
Yeah, if you just have like a bridesmaid that is really good at makeup, which I thankfully did. Like one of my maids of honors was like fabulous. She did my hair too. It all looked amazing. So yeah, she helped me out with my eyes a little bit.
We don't do makeup.
Well, then you might have to hire somebody.
I know, I will. Or like get one of my like college roommates. They were all great at makeup. I'll just pay them.
There you go. Yeah. That was my thing because like all of us are like pretty simple with makeup, and I didn't want like a giant face. I just wanted to be pretty natural. It was funny because I had actually bought some like magnetic lashes originally to wear, and I put them on, and they were like so big. And I like looked in the mirror and I just started laughing, and I was like, if Rita's standing there at the altar looking at me, he's just gonna burst out laughing because like they're so big and
lashes.
like so unlike anything I would ever wear. And so I just ended up getting a glue-on pair that was really light and natural. Like it still showed up in the photos, but it was still, and it ended up being windy that day too, so I'm glad I didn't, because when you have them on, you can literally just feel them blowing away. And I'm like, I would have been there and those was just been like, it would have been hilarious. Anyway, yeah, so Say makeup, I love them. And then Alima Pierre has a really good like liquid silk foundation that is very soft and like muted, and it just gives your face a really nice airbrushed look. And then Say also has an airbrush powder that I absolutely love. And again, I did that for my wedding, and it just like, I'll just kind of put that on if I don't have anything on my face sometimes, and it just kind of mutes the shine a little bit. It's fabulous. Another foundation that I really like is Vapor. They also have a really nice one. My go-to for all things makeup pretty much is the Organically Becca blog, because she vets everything super well, and she almost always has like discount codes or anything like that. And
we love a discount code.
I just go there and get all my recommendations. And she actually also does like one-on-one consults. She'll like help you pick out. So like if you are new to personal care products, it's not even just shade matching, but she'll because she does all the things from like household products to makeup, skincare, whatever. So you can literally just do like a consult with her and give her your skin types, like give her what you want, and she'll like kind of formulate products for you within your price point and like stuff that'll work for your skin. So you can do it with household products, skincare products, whatever, which I think is super cool. And I will tell my clients about that, because like I'm like, if you're overwhelmed, like I can give you resources, but if you just want somebody to tell you like, here you go, like this will work for you, because she, like I said, she's tested and vetted like so many products, so she knows. And so I think that's a super cool thing.
Yeah.
So I will link her website if you want to go check it out. I'm not affiliated at all, but I just love her. Yeah. So.
Yeah. No, and that's, I mean, I guess why Beauty Counter is consultant based, because like you take, like I have my clients take a skincare quiz, so I can like tell them this is what's best for you, or like in terms of makeup, in terms of skincare, and then like I help people shade match.
Yeah. I mean, I like that, because for people that don't know and like they want to get into,
it's not as overwhelming. Exactly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so for BB creams, like you said, I like the Dew Skin Beauty Counter. I don't wear that as much. I like a fuller foundation. I don't really know why. I just like one that's like a little bit thicker. And then their thicker foundations like Skin Twin, which is the one I personally wear every single day. But like you said, the BB cream, it has SPF and all of that. So if you're into that like everyday pretty much tinted moisturizer, 10 out of 10.
Yeah. And it's just because the sun is so harsh here. Personally, for me, I just like a little bit of SPF.
Yeah, I totally understand that. And so real quick, because we probably don't have much time left, but I feel like we can get this in like 10 minutes. Can we get it? Or do
I think so, yeah.
No, okay, so you've been getting the question a lot, you were saying, about parasites and why we can't just hop into a parasite cleanse. I get that all the time. Why can we not just hop into a parasite cleanse? I just want a parasite cleanse. Guys, drainage is so important for everything. I know we talked about it on a whole entire podcast. I know we talked about it on our first podcast. If your body is not properly eliminating, if it's not properly eliminating anything, everything in your life, then why are you going to go and kill something in your body? It's not going to get out of your body. So you're making yourself worse off instead of actually doing justice of doing a parasite cleanse, right? Drainage always has to be done first. You add your little 2 cents. That was my 12 seconds.
12 seconds. Yeah, I mean, basically what you said, but yeah, people always want to do, because they see the parasite cleanse on the internet and they're like, well, yeah, I can just do a parasite cleanse like right away. And then they feel worse and they're like, well, it didn't work.
Time. Yep. All the time. They're like, it made me feel worse.
Yeah. It's because the parasites are dying, but they're not getting out of your body because your drainage pathways are not open. So both Courtney and I are like, always at least a month of drainage support. At least a month. I tell every single person. Some people need more.
And so here's one thing I actually get all the time too. People will be like, well, I'm pooping every day and like I sweat, so my drainage pathways are supported. It's not the same thing. I'm sorry,
Mm-hmm.
that's not the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I tell everyone you need to do a month of drainage. If you're not working with me, do the phase one of comprehensive or the foundational, right?
Yep.
So because Cellcore's products are so potent, like they truly are supporting your body on a whole body level, on a cellular level, all of that, like supporting your liver is very, very important before a parasite cleanse. In specific, that's
Yep.
just your liver. If you're pooping every day, that's the first step of the drainage funnel. That's great. Your colon's supported. Your colon's doing great. That's not the rest of your drainage organs. And same as CT minerals helps. I mean, like it's a low key binder, helps push things out, making sure that you're busting biofilms and getting out toxins.
Yeah, that's
So
what I was
that,
gonna say. You're busting up the biofilms
yeah,
before you even get the parasites because the parasites hide in those biofilms.
exactly.
So if you're not like getting rid of that stuff, it's gonna make it harder also to pull the parasites out.
Yeah. Like you're literally going to be wasting your time and money if you don't address drainage first. And by that, I mean 1 month of some sort of drainage protocol. If you work one-on-one with someone, or if you just do Cellcore's either comprehensive or foundational phase one, it's 1 month. I promise you it will be worth every single penny because
That
you're
is still
supporting
my
your body on a foundational level.
Yeah, that's still my favorite step, hands down. Out of all of them, like I will go back to just those products sometimes and just do them for a couple weeks because it
Yeah,
makes me feel so good.
because sometimes too, like you've been detoxing for a while, you've been pushing stuff out. Sometimes your body needs to chill. Like you don't need to keep actively working on detoxing. You just need to work on supporting your drainage pathway and your foundations.
Yep. And like, I mean, I've mentioned this so many times, but like for me, it's my liver continuously. Like I have to constantly be supporting my liver.
And that's most of us. You're more aware of it, but that's definitely most of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was our 12 seconds because we get those questions all the time. And literally so many people, when they're like, can I do a parasite cleanse? I'm pooping every day. And I'm like, no, do 1 month of the comprehensive, do 1 month of the foundational if you want. The comprehensive, I think, has one more product than the foundational, right? Something like that. Like they're almost the
I think
same.
it might be two. I think
Okay.
it's two more products. But yeah, it's very similar.
Very similar. If you're like, I can't afford that, do the foundational at least 1 month. That's my soapbox.
That was our random end to personal care products.
I don't care. We needed to touch on it.
But here's the thing, when your insides are healthy, your skin will be healthy. So
Ooh,
getting your parasites out will make your skin better. It definitely made my skin better, for sure.
And like you said, we need to all support our liver. How are you going to support your liver? You're going to get rid of those personal care products. Boom. We tied it back. Great job, team.
Virtual high five for us.
Yeah, literally.
So where can the people find you?
At the THE Rooted in Health, Instagram, TikTok, my website. What about you?
At Emily Joy Wellness, website, Instagram, YouTube. That's about it.
We love it. So we would love if you enjoyed this episode, if you've enjoyed our episodes, if you would leave a rating or review, if you would subscribe, all of that fun stuff. If you're on YouTube, subscribing too. Anything. We want to hear what you guys have, your feedback.
Yes, we love any and all feedback. We appreciate it, but definitely subscribe, leave a review. It just helps us in the algorithm and it helps more people find the podcast. So if you can do that, we will heart you forever.
Yeah, exactly. if you like this, help us get our word out. Or if you do ever want to tag us, like if you screenshot it and tag us in your story, you know we're going to repost it because we love all the
that's my
love.
favorite thing, when somebody like actually takes the time to screenshot a podcast and be like, I loved this. I love that.
I know, I love that too. I'm like,
you'll probably become our best friend if you do that, just saying.
Pretty much. Yeah. We'll instantly be best friends. All of my clients are my best friends, so.
Same.
And you, and
you. Me. I saw a meme yesterday. It was like, when you instantly click with someone, but they have the audacity to live halfway across the country. And I was like, Courtney.
Did you not send it to me?
It was like 9 o'clock, and I was like, well, she's going to be asleep.
I was asleep. You're right. Would have seen it this morning.
There we go.